Onze eerste les is uiteindelijk relatief goed verlopen.
The school looked terrible when it reappeared.
Het is nu aan ons om een beetje binnen de school op zoek te gaan naar het nieuwe schoolhoofd.
Ja.
Hier liggen planken.
We carried loads of rubbish out of the school. I guess we must have overseen those. I'll take them with me. Done is done.
Kijk, gratis planken, altijd goed. Toch?
Komt wel van pas.
Hier is een
When I
knight's
first went
armor.
to school a few days ago, I got a real fright when I first saw it. I mean, I knew about armor from books, but if you imagine that there's a real person inside and has been for decades, ew. That's silly. Whoever's in the armor would have died a long time ago. Unless it's a ghost.
Bah.
Of die
The tapestry shows who the knights
mummie
are.
uit het eerste deel.
I don't know much about these things,
Oh
unfortunately.
ja. Die was
We
er ook
didn't
nog,
have
ja.
knights in the White Ridge Mountains. Probably they sank in the snow. The tapestry's in a miserable condition, like everything here.
Kijk, een loose thread.
Hey, there's even a loose thread. The tapestry seems to be magic. At first the thread was very short.
Lekker hoor.
At least
Onze
4
magie
paces
hier.
long. I'll rip it off and take it with me.
Hoppakee.
You can never have enough magic thread.
Magic thread is nu van ons. Wat zijn dit voor hendels?
No idea what it does.
Ja, gaan we gebruiken
Gewoon
natuurlijk.
aantrekken, ja.
Het raam wordt open.
Oké.
Oké. En die andere?
A lever. No idea what it does.
Ik denk, waar hoor ik steeds, maar dat is dat beest.
Ja.
And bye.
Ah!
Nou,
Er viel iets uit.
ja, dat beest.
Huh?
Er vloog buiten
Nog
een
een
beest.
beest.
Ja, buiten vloog een beest. Die sloeg hem met het bovenste raam op zijn bek. En toen viel hij naar beneden.
Oh!
When you summon creatures, I've read that you don't really create them. You just call them
Okay.
from somewhere else. I don't know where the kobolds came from, but they don't give me the impression they want to go back there soon.
Nee.
Dus moeten wij daar dan zelf
If I
voor
was as big
zorgen.
as a troll, I could maybe reach it. If?
Misschien kunnen we hem opblazen met een spreuk. Fairy spel. Automation spel.
I don't think I'd hit him. I'm not a very good shot with a magic wand.
Gewoon proberen.
I don't think I'd hit
Nee.
him.
Old thread. Combine with the bone. Hé, waarom niet? Hallo?
I could pull the thread through the hook at the end of the bone and use it as a kind of a needle.
Kind of a needle. Oké.
It worked! And I
Excellent.
can even sew. Mum showed me while Dad was teaching Sydney how to weld.
Nou, we hebben een needle and thread gecreëerd. Moesten we nog iets in elkaar zetten? Weten we niet.
Nog
Hey,
niet.
het beest vliegt weer naar boven, zie je?
Ja.
Misschien is het een achievement om al die beesten weg te krijgen. Dit is mijn classroom. Daar hebben we...
Ja.
Daar hoeven we niks te doen. Tenminste, daar komen we vandaan. We hebben nog de staff room. We hebben die hendels. Dirty floor.
The school's not in the best condition. The worst of the rubbish has been disposed of. But it will still take weeks before everything is clean and tidy.
Ligt er nog iets
Wow,
tussen
this
de
isn't
troep?
dust and dirt. It's like the funk of 40,000 years. It's rock hard. As if thousands of feet have trampled it into the floor. Even though no one's been here for 20 years. At least as far as I know.
Misschien was deze school toch minder verlaten dan we dachten.
Zou kunnen.
Daarboven is ook nog junk.
The school's not in the best condition, but at least there's a public mage school in Seastone again. And now we will gradually reclaim the building, and I will help train a new generation of mages. We will tidy the classrooms, we will tidy the halls, we will tidy the stairwells. We will never surrender.
Oké.
Oké. Even in de staff room kijken.
Wow. Fancy hoor.
Daar is die nieuwe schoolhoofd.
Headmaster Block.
Ja.
Ah, Professor Weathervane. There you are at last. I have some tasks for you.
Ja.
Uiteraard.
I look forward to us working together.
I'll be frank, Professor Weathervane. You have a mage diploma, but have not completed the tests required in order to work as a teacher. Attested credentials, a written application, nothing. You are only here on the Archmage's recommendation.
Is dat niet
That's
goed genoeg
right.
dan?
But there's currently a shortage of mages, and everyone must do their best.
Do their best is well and good. But it does not
Oké.
replace the formal
Dus wij moeten
and
onze
mandatory
lesbevoegdheid
training
gaan
for
halen.
teachers
Ja,
of higher magic.
daar lijkt het op.
You mentioned tasks earlier, Headmaster?
Yes, you have two tasks. As you know, the Archmage is coming early tomorrow to officially inaugurate the school. Important political and business personages will be attending, and
Het
as
moet
you can
schoongemaakt
soon
worden.
see, the school is not in a presentable condition. Council Leader Van Buren has hired a caretaker, but he cannot do the work alone. Your tasks are to help him clean the floor in the entrance hall and remove the cobwebs by tomorrow.
Oké.
Oké.
I may have no formal training as a teacher, but I managed to thrill my students in the very first hour. I performed a spell, and you could really see the way they caught fire. Not literally, of course. It wasn't a fire spell or anything of that sort.
You performed a spell?
Yes,
Ja.
and now they want to learn to do the same. They want to learn.
According to my records, history of magic was on the syllabus.
Yes, but...
We houden ons niet aan het
Professor
lesprogramma.
Weathervane,
Ja.
crucial to our success in teaching is that we provide students with a stable, reliable
Deze man is een man van de
framework
regels.
and adhere to the curriculum
Ja.
exactly.
Hij heeft ook een
Yes,
gek kind.
but the students...
Had
Klopt.
you enjoyed proper training, you would have known that. I will note this failure in your file, and in the future you will stick to the curriculum, dear colleague.
Wat een man.
But the Archmage Alistair trusts me to teach here at the school.
Well, yes. Mages have a well-known penchant for chaos. I'm still trying to get an overview. The records management in this school defies description. Council Leader Van Buren wants to reorganize this educational institution and finally bring structure into the place, and she has my full support.
Nog
Correct
meer
management of the
structuur
teaching
en
records must
regels.
once again become the teaching staff's primary task. That is the only possible way to institute efficient control of learning and teaching methods.
About cleaning the hall, is that really my job as a teacher?
Yes, indeed. A school is a team endeavor, so that means you have to do what I tell you.
If you'd told me to get rid of the flying kobolds, that I would have understood.
What did you say? Flying kobolds?
Uh...
If there are flying kobolds infesting the place, they must be
D'accord.
got rid of too. See to it, Weathervane. Floor,
D'accord.
cobwebs, flying kobolds, fix them.
Oké.
Huh. And apart from cleaning, what else is there to do?
The inventory has revealed that a number of items of school property have gone missing. Among other things, the school library.
The whole library has gone missing.
That is correct.
Dat is wel
I
vreemd.
asked the Archmage about the matter, and he confirmed to me that the room was there before. He does not know where it is now. He said something about its being in hiding, perhaps, or away traveling. I think it's unseemly. I want that room. We are a school,
Er is een
and we
kamer
need
vermist.
a library.
Agreed. But where should I start looking?
That I cannot tell you. You are the mage.
You support the council leader in the election, right?
Indeed, I do. We need to build up an extensive bureaucracy and
Uitvoerige
boost the economy as
bureaucratie.
quickly
Oh,
as
heerlijk.
possible. To me, the council leader appears to be a more logical choice than a mage. But do not worry, Weathervane. I don't blame you for your political naivete. As a school headmaster, I am neutral and always act according to school rules. And of course, political influence in schools is prohibited.
Tell that to Council Leader Van Buren.
What's that?
Die folders.
Oh, it's one of the campaign brochures the council leader put in my classroom.
I'll take care of it.
You ask a lot. I don't know if I can get all this
Ja,
done
wij
by
kunnen
tomorrow
dat.
morning.
By tomorrow morning, you have until 72 o'clock.
Sowieso.
72 o'clock.
I have developed my own efficient metric system of measuring time. A day has 100 hours, consisting of
Gekke
100
man.
minutes, with 100 seconds.
Zijn eigen tijdsysteem
Everything
uitgevonden.
else is too
Ja.
confusing.
So, I don't even have until tomorrow morning.
For a properly qualified teacher, even the impossible poses no problem. Or should I note in your file that you do not feel up to the tasks assigned you?
No, I'll do it.
Very good. And then you can call it a day and prepare tomorrow's lessons.
One thing's clear.
Nou, lekker
Headmaster
hoor.
Block wants me to fail, but I won't disappoint the Archmage. And
Zie
secondly,
hier
I
ook
like
een
the school,
muishol.
and a school library would be great for the students.
Ja, ik ook, ja.
And third,
Zie je mijn pijltje?
the work the headmaster has given me is the
zie niet.
perfect
Als je
opportunity
dingen
to
aanklikt,
keep
wel.
my eyes open
Oké.
for Remy.
Ik kan hem niet aanklikken.
Nee. Inderdaad, ik zie jouw pijltje niet. Dat is gek. Dan ben ik in de war. Het kan zijn dat ik in de vorige 2 games het wel zag.
Ja, dat zou kunnen.
Ja. Dat is gek.
Oh, er zijn hier files.
Nee, ik ga nu een video erbij pakken.
Hey, Beaver's Deepwood. Dat is een referentie naar Monkey Island.
Uiteraard.
Allardyce, Albert. He seems to be an excellent student. There are many entries about improper interjections and questions. And what's this?
We kijken wat we allemaal kunnen vinden in dit archief. Voor namen die we kennen. Hey, dit is Harry Potter referentie, hè?
Ja, dat weet ik toch niet.
Nou, dat weet ik. Ik weet niet wat jij maar weet.
Nee, dat weet je dat ik dat niet kijk.
Ik heb het ook niet gezien.
Ja. En jij weet het.
Mario Mushroom. Dat zal Super Mario zijn.
Mhm.
Wat hebben we nog meer voor namen hier binnen? Geen bekende namen. En het laatste kastje hebben we dan nog. Er zit niks in. Oké. Dan zijn we klaar. We hebben wel een briefje eruit gehaald. Yellowed Design Drawing.
Firemaker is an amazing piece of engineering. You fill it with flammable gas, which is then ignited using
Ah,
complicated
toch de
technology.
Firemaker.
Mhm.
De skill die we niet mochten leren. Nou, wat is er nog allemaal hier aan de linkerkant te vinden?
Display case documenting the achievements of pupils of the school. Some sports trophies, pictures of slain dragons, pupils in front of smouldering pots. Pride Place seems to go to a trophy won in a broomball tournament.
Haha,
Broomball
broomball.
originally went by a different name. It was played on broomsticks using 6 winged balls. But there were legal
Zwerkbal, hè?
complications. That's why today resembles nothing more than soccer, except that each player has a broom strapped to their back. The display case can't be opened like that. It's locked.
Oké. Wat hebben we hier nog meer? Ah, een blaasbalg.
A nice pair of bellows.
Hij is er weer.
Really get
Ja.
a fire going.
Pijn.
When my family wanted
Lekker,
to forge
hoor.
something at home, I was in charge of the bellows. You are the most important gnome in this matter, they often used to say to me.
Dus, meenemen.
Zo.
Een dag niet geblaasbalgd is een dag niet geleefd.
Fireplace Travel Network Map. It shows a lot of fat black dots connected by lines. Above each of the dots
Handig.
is a name. Seastone, Mage Tower, Entrance
Het lijkt me
Hall,
een fast travel
Crouching
systeem.
Inn, Fox's Den, and many more.
Denk je niet?
3 animal symbols are located beneath each of the dots. I've heard about this. Wizards use a powder to travel
ja.
through the fire in one fireplace to the fire in another. Of
Gaan
course,
wij
this
leren
doesn't just
natuurlijk.
work with any fireplace. It must be on the fireplace
Ja, ja,
travel
ja,
network.
ja.
And this plan shows which fireplaces are connected to which. One of the dots is circled in black ink. A few lines lead away from the... Oh, there seems to be 2 other fireplaces here in the building itself. Seastone, Mage School, Astronomicon, and... Hey, Seastone, Mage School, Library. If this fireplace is connected to the library fireplace, I might be able to
Hey,
use it
en
to
wij
get in
zochten de
there.
library.
Precies, want die was
The
verdwenen.
fireplace here in the staff room is connected to the fireplace in the missing library. The library is represented by the symbols owl, worm and rat. I need fire, fireplace travel powder and a little luck. This could be my way into the library.
Lekker hoor.
Maar goed, dan hebben we dus wel vuur nodig.
Ja.
Together with some fireplace travel powder,
En
this
fireplace travel
could be my
powder.
ticket to the library.
Dat hebben we niet. We hebben wel dry boards.
I hope that is not school property that you intend to burn there, Professor Weathervane.
They're just a few old boards.
From the school here.
Yes, but you should have thrown them away.
You should have thrown them away, but you didn't do so.
I thought to myself, why throw away the boards and waste expensive firewood? Why unnecessarily burden school finances?
Kijk,
Thinking, Professor
goed
Weathervane.
geantwoord.
Carry on.
Wowzers! Even outside the classroom, this job is more complicated than I first thought. This must be
Wat is
the
dit voor
best
klok?
clock in the world. Most only have 2 or 3 hands. This one has at least 10.
10
I don't
wijzers.
really know what the clock wants to tell me, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't just show the time. There's so much to discover. I wish I could stay here forever.
Wat hebben we hier? Een georigami de zwaan.
Dit is bijzonder. Ik weet vrij zeker dat ik het eerste deel jouw muisspeeltje kon zien.
Oh, how pretty. A swan folded
Maar dit is
from a
niet
piece
zo.
of paper. This is
Nu
origami.
wel, bij
An
Ivo
ancient
weet ik
elf
zeker
art.
dat ik hem
The
gezien
dwarven
heb.
word for this
Ah,
art form means something
heel
like
gek, ik weet het
pointy
niet.
ears build dust catchers out of paper because they can't deal with stone.
Ik neem deze georigami de zwaan mee.
Hey, this
Lijkt me
isn't just
goed.
some sheet of paper. It's...
Ah, dat is weer zo'n bladzijde.
Oh ja.
Sorry, Swan. It is. Another book page.
Ja, lekker
Take it with
hoor.
me.
Nou, we hebben hier overal naar gekeken wat hier allemaal is. Kunnen we ook nog naar links? Oh, er staat een troll ineens in de gang.
Zelf.
Die zag ik niet
Whoa,
aankomen.
The new caretaker troll.
Ah, hij is de schoonmaker.
Ah,
Dat is wel handig. Is niet
hello.
heel spraakzaam.
I'm
Nee.
Wilbur Weathervane. Professor Wilbur Weathervane. I teach, so I'm pleased to make your acquaintance.
ik stel voor dat we een automation spel op hem casten. Dan kan die gewoon lekker werken.
Can I use it to make him work faster? Probably. But I don't think I should do it. Using magic to compel living creatures to do something against their will. Ugh.
Wij zijn een
I didn't become a
moraalridder
mage
geworden.
to
Oh,
do
ja.
things like that.
Sinds wanneer? Werken?
Ja.
Dat kan niet. We moeten met die hendels inderdaad nog wel
Uithalen.
dat beest daarboven weghalen en daarna het raam ook weer dicht doen, denk ik. Die kobold is nu buiten, toch?
That kobold seems pretty adventurous. He was the first
Man
to slip out of the
eet
classroom and
zijn
now he's
wel.
just buzzing around.
Ik zie het, ja. Kijk, dan sla ik hem.
Ah,
Sorry!
wat gebeurt er dan?
Ik moet ze om en om doen, zoals ik het net had.
Ja.
Je moet eerst de rechter lever
Ja.
en dan de linker en dan knal ik hem eruit. En dan moet ik ook daarna de dingen weer dicht doen.
Ja, dan blijft hij buiten.
Ja.
Ja.
Dan moet ik eerst weer weg en dan weer terug. En dan blijft hij buiten inderdaad, want we moeten ze toch opruimen. Kijk, hij zit daar. Dan doe ik boek.
Bye!
En dan dicht.
That's it. I locked him out.
Kijk, dat is er eentje
Voor.
minder. We kunnen niks nieuws met die troll, lijkt het. We hebben de dirty floor. Ja, dat lijkt me werk voor die troll.
Ja. Wil je niet tegen hem zeggen,
How
maak
can I
het
ever get
schoon?
the hall cleaned up? And by 72 o'clock.
Ik kan niet echt met hem praten.
If you were to talk to me, we could work together to accomplish much more for the school. Come on. I demand that you talk to me.
Oké.
What are you doing?
What does it look like?
Ah, ik kan wel geluid maken.
Ja.
It looks like you're cleaning the hall. Well, now and then. A little.
Yep, it's my job. I'm a janitor. What of it?
You been a caretaker for long?
I run the place.
Oh, ik klikte hem per ongeluk weg.
Nothing here works without me. Just no one notices, that's all.
I see. But don't the teachers and the school administration, etc., have a small share in the success of the school, right?
What success? You've had a look round this dump. It's disgusting. All dirty and run down.
Yes, it's quite dirty here, in fact. But isn't it your job to do something about it?
What do you think I'm doing?
Could take a while until you're done cleaning up the mess, right?
If you say so, Mr. Know-it-all.
Headmaster Block has ordered you and I to clean the hall and free it of cobwebs.
Already on it?
Yeah, but it doesn't seem to be progressing.
Wat vlak.
Oh, you can of course do it better.
Sowieso.
Not that, only maybe you could use some help. Do you have any other cleaning supplies? A broom, dustpan?
Sure, got it all.
Waar
I
dan?
ain't giving you none.
Ah,
Get your own.
hij wil ons niet helpen.
What's your problem? I'm offering you help and saving you a lot of work.
Oh, boo-hoo, cry me a river.
Oké.
Look, you were told to clean the entrance hall, I was told to clean the entrance hall. If we work together, it will be faster for both of us. Don't you get it?
Sure, Professor Brain should know. The rest of us are idiots.
I never said that, but it is a fact.
Don't know about anything, but wanna play the big man here, huh?
It is quite obvious that.
No one else is allowed an opinion.
Nou,
We had
nou,
that
nou.
here before, you know. Rotten fascist.
I don't want to fight with you.
Your parents are siblings. Yeah, all three of them.
Oké.
Come on, seriously. I could really use your help. Please.
Can't cope with your life, huh? And now you want me to fix it for you, just like always.
You've never helped me. We don't even know each other.
Oh, the fine gentleman considers himself something better now, and suddenly doesn't know us anymore.
I'm slowly beginning to believe you actually find it funny to wind me up.
Everyone hates me because I'm so cool.
I'm sure they don't.
Yes, they do. People say that I'm arrogant. But how should they know? Oh, I'm given time of day. And you know what beats everything?
No?
A hammer. Ha ha. Idiot.
Oké.
I bet Council Leader Van Buren got you the job here.
Of course, she wanted the best.
Oh, great. I think she'd be perfectly happy if no progress was ever made here at the school.
Know what your problem is? You're a windbag. Bert thinks so too.
Who's Bert?
Ja.
Buddy of mine, he thinks
Bert.
you're a windbag too.
But I don't even know Bert. Even we just met.
So you're saying I'm lying? That's exactly what Bert, me and the others hate about you.
There is no Bert.
You really live in your own little world, you.
Wat een vreemd gesprek.
Ja.
I'm keeping an eye open for a friend. So please let me know if anything unusual happens in the school.
Vervolgvraagje.
Well, if for example someone's wandering around the school who has no business here, or if things disappear, or, things like that.
There was a penny stuck in the door.
You what?
there was a penny stuck in the door, wouldn't open.
Ah, that's probably not important.
Did you put the penny in there?
Me? No.
If I find a coin in there, I'm taking you down.
It was nice talking to you. I really don't understand why so many people don't want to talk to trolls.
Arseholes, the lot of them.
Ik denk nu, we gaan die man betoveren. Hij moet gewoon zijn werk doen.
And I think that's wrong.
Yeah.
That's why I let you.
Yeah, but then you run down everything I say. Who made you sheriff here? This school is going downhill and has been for a long time. Ever since you and a few others came here, there's been nothing but stress.
Hang on a minute. Isn't this your first day?
Didn't used to be that way. But now everything has to be politically correct, or you get silenced immediately.
Yeah, well, goodbye.
Oké. Ga werken. Kan niet.
Oké.
Practical bellows. Oké. Ja, dan kan deze man ons ook niet verder helpen, ben ik bang. Kan ik hierin? Oh, dat is de
The door
voordeur.
to the magic school actually consists of several doors. One for the large creatures such as trolls, one for humans and elves and the like. And then there's one for gnomes and dwarves, and one for even smaller beings. That is supposed to symbolize that everyone is welcome in the school. But in reality, graduate mages are almost exclusively human. I'm the first non-human to graduate in many years. Guess that's why my door hinges squeak. I can't leave until I've completed the 3 tasks
Oké,
before
nou ja,
the
goed.
Headmaster.
Als dat het is,
Mage down.
er zijn maar 3 kamers waar we iets kunnen doen.
Ja.
Wat we hier moeten doen is dat gas verzamelen. Kunnen wij misschien met die blaasbalg ook inademen? Snap je wat ik bedoel?
Nee.
Als die zeg maar plat is en dat je zuigt in plaats van blazen.
I shouldn't do that too often. The room could fill up with gas. One spark, and we'd have the same result as the devastating spring explosion in Gnome Hole. That was the time that
Kun je
Grandad
ook
lived
stoppen
on
met
nothing
praten
but
en gewoon je
beans for
werk
2
doen?
weeks, while we were visiting relatives in Omgegaan.
Antwoord is nee. Even kijken, wat hebben we hier nog meer? We moeten, als we iets willen, moeten we snel handelen. Hier zit ook een kobold.
Oi, stop that! He kissed the picture of the princess. Probably better if I put the book in a safe place. I saved the book of fairy tales from that annoying kobold. But maybe I can use the book to lure him into a trap.
Ik kan niet in de vissenkom.
Ja, dat
Is een kom.
een goed idee van jou. In die schatkist. Nee.
Nee.
Oh, maar wel in dat laadje.
Maybe I can lure him into a trap.
Kijk.
Hey, look! That book!
Lekker hoor.
Ah, I have you now. Well, sort of. Locked up in a dark place with a book of fairy tales. Time to negotiate.
Wat? Talk to the captive
Hello?
kobold.
Can you hear me? I got nothing against you, but you have to leave the school. It's too dangerous here for you, and you're interfering with the routine. I'm going to slowly
Okay.
open the desktop now, and you're going to come out peacefully. Right then. Ah! Ow! Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I should probably make the best of this. I'll just keep him in the pencil case where it's safe.
Een etui. Hier, hup.
Oh, I think he's woken up, and he's looking for trouble.
Je bent een troll in een etui.
This little guy is trying to get out of the pencil case. He seems to be pretty annoyed. Maybe better if I'm not the first thing he sees when the pencil case opens.
Oké. Nou ja, good to know, good to know.
Ja. Kan vast nog van pas komen.
Kunnen we nog die brochures
They don't
meenemen
know
verder?
exactly what the council. First they want, and
Nee.
then they.
We willen niet stemmen. Een oven.
A little ash, but also some unburned waste.
Ah, een
Here's a
sheet of
sheet of
paper.
Another book page.
Lekker
I'll
hoor.
take it with me.
Another book
Looks
page.
like someone wanted to start a fire and burn the book pages. Lucky for me, they failed.
Hier is verder niks clickable. Een package is daar ineens.
What's this? A gift? For Wilbur A.
Een cadeautje.
Wow! That's. What is it?
I'm a magic slate.
Ah,
Ah, dat is wel
A
handig, denk ik.
talking slate?
I can speak, write, draw, calculate, sing, write
Het is een
poetry
tablet.
and vibrate. And answer almost any question.
Wow!
can you be used to play free games?
You look like you're pretty expensive.
Thank you.
And you're a gift. You're mine now.
The gift wrap and greeting card seem to indicate that this is the case.
But who is A?
Insufficient parameters.
Alistair, denk ik.
Maybe Alistair, the Archmage.
Ja.
Mordred, Vivian, Leslie, Alistair, Archmage of Seastone.
He probably thought I might need some help. How nice of him. Vivian.
Oké.
Can you be used to play games which appear to be free at first glance, but in the long term empty your pocket and leave you destitute?
No. I am a tool and was not designed for unproductive activities such as games.
Unproductive
Too
activities.
bad. I bet you're really useful.
Insufficient parameters.
So let me get this straight. I can write on you, and paint, and... Do you know any spells?
No.
Can you give me any tips on how I can do my tasks?
Unless it's about recipes. Probably not.
I like you anyway. Okay, yeah, over and out.
Oké, en nu heb ik een tablet.
At the moment, I have no questions.
Ja.
Even kijken, hier is die firemaker nog.
If I need fire, maybe the old firemaker could help.
Ja.
Nothing. Either it's broken or missing fuel, or I'm not using it correctly. I would have to learn more about it.
Misschien kan de tablet ons iets vertellen.
At the moment, I have no questions.
Nee.
I don't know how the machine works. I need to learn more.
Zit dat in die loose
Still missing a
pages?
few pages, but if I'm lucky, I'll find them all and can save a book.
Oké. Wat is hier nog meer te klikken? Niks. Hebben we nog iets in onze kamer? Iets nieuws.
Dat schaapkonijn
The
ligt
way
daar.
he looks
Ja.
at the moment, he could give Bertram the world's fattest hamster a run for his money. But
Die
he'll
kennen we
get
ook nog, ja.
to
Dat is ook
Sure,
een ding, ja,
naturally,
in die
be right
kooi.
as rain.
Ja.
Master Marcus told me everything I need to know. Hold your head high, inspire your students, and don't let things get you down. I just wish I wasn't entirely on my own.
Er is hier ook niet meer aan te klikken dan dat we al hadden. En hier zullen we iets met dat gif moeten. Practical bellows, daar moeten we het vuur mee aanmaken. Automation spel. Fairy spel. We hebben hier nog een empty food package. Kunnen we daar misschien dat gas nog in verzamelen?
I'm gonna hold my nose.
Nou, dat we iets met dat gas moeten, dat is wel duidelijk.
Luckily, that stinky cloud of gas is short.
Ik lijkt daar op dit moment niks mee te
The
kunnen.
firemaker is an amazing piece of engineering. You fill it with flammable gas, which is then ignited using complicated technology.
Dit is de handleiding van de firemaker. Maar die zegt, you fill it with gas. Dus dan moeten we dit gas eerst verzamelen. Op de een of andere manier. En hier is ook weer niks anders aan te klikken. Daarboven is een spinnenweb.
Cobwebs the headmaster wants me to get rid of. Not only are there, they're much too high for me. How am I supposed to get up there to remove the cobwebs? I'm not good with heights.
Misschien die
Like
ridden.
most gnomes, I get nervous when the soil is further than one gnome away. How am I supposed to, like...
Die ridden kunnen we niet meer aanklikken.
When you summon creatures, I've read that you... I don't know...
Dat hebben we ook al eerder gehoord.
I don't think I'd hit it.
Sik de kobold op de troll. Ja, dat gaan we doen.
Een goed idee.
A fight between a kobold and a troll could be funny, but that's not a
Dat
good
klopt.
reason, and it might get messy.
Kobold op een andere kobold. Kan niet hier. En hier is ook niks nieuws. Daar moet vuur in komen.
Should I misuse the broom on display to sweep out the entrance hall? I mean,
Ah,
broom is a broom, right? Unfortunately, I can't open the display case. It's locked, and I don't have a key.
misschien kunnen we daar naar vragen.
The display case can't be opened like that. It's locked.
Even vragen aan die man of hij die kast voor ons wil openen.
Is he working for the school? Or himself? Or is he only interested in gaining the council leader an advantage in the election? Excuse me, Headmaster Block.
Yes?
Ah,
I met the caretaker. Troll.
I know what you want to say. I'm not enthusiastic about it myself. Trolls are sullen, slow, and rude. But what can I do? They have a stranglehold on the janitorial market. We must live with it. Still, we were able to negotiate a good contract.
What do you mean?
Paragraph 1, Section 1. The troll is not allowed to speak with any school employee or student unless explicitly requested.
Ah. Oké.
Why do so many of the notes on your desk have a small hole in the middle?
That's airmail. You spike the message on the beak of a homing pigeon. Not an optimal method. First, one obviously has a hole in the paper, and secondly, the pigeons are constantly flying into cliffs.
I think there's a simpler solution.
And that would be...
You could simply write the letters directly onto the pigeons themselves. As long as the pigeons are white and
Hoor.
ink black,
ja, wel een
the
goed
text should be
advies.
clearly visible.
Ik vind dat een goed idee.
Not a bad idea at all. But it would make the archiving more difficult.
Records seem to be very important to you.
Order is very important. Records are a tool to that end.
I have a loose leaf binder for spells.
Commendable. Maybe you can do something with this then.
Ah, hij geeft ons een spreuk.
There is no room for a spell in my files.
Misschien
Archiving
wel
is
een
still
handige spel.
Gladly. About those tasks.
Yes.
If I have to clean the hall, is there anything I can use to do it with?
The caretaker troll was supplied accordingly. Ask him.
He doesn't want to give me anything.
You are a professor. He is a janitor. Assert yourself.
Oké.
The cobwebs in the hall are a long way up.
And?
You may not have noticed, but I'm a rather average-sized gnome.
That is no excuse. Get to work.
About the fireplace map over there,
Yes.
it shows several fireplaces in the school.
Of course. Large and important buildings can have more than just one access to the fireplace travel network.
One of them seems to be in the missing library.
Good thinking, Weathervane. Get to the bottom of it.
I'm already
Hij
on
lijkt
it.
wel een beetje vertrouwen te
Even
hebben
if
in
the
ons.
fireplace was still reachable, don't you need a special magic powder to use the network?
True. You need some extremely rare and valuable fireplace travel powder. Only high-ranking civil servants receive small amounts of it.
Hey,
Thank
gaat
you.
de spullen.
Weathervane, aren't you
Alles
listening? Only high-ranking civil servants get some for personal use.
But I thought I was supposed to find the missing library.
Of course, but without wasting my fireplace travel powder, thank you very much.
Oké.
What I wanted to...
Misschien kunnen we hem afleiden met een kobold en dan het spul stelen.
So, I'll get back to work then.
Be my guest.
Ja,
Haha, time for a little distraction.
precies mijn plan.
Hopefully this will get Blocky's attention.
So that would be the next... Go away!
Hup. Lekker hoor.
Eten.
Did you see that, Weathervane? The insolence! Unbelievable! The things one must put up with here.
Appalling, Headmaster.
Wat heb ik nu voor spel gekregen? Look at the spel. Ja.
A spell? Someone has written a note in the margin. Headmaster Pinkerton, the spell is currently circulating throughout the school.
Ah,
It
het is
opens
een
tabs, knocks, loops, and
openingsspel.
By now, there is hardly a student or teacher in this school who still has their pants around their waists and not their ankles. We need to stop this immediately.
Kunnen we het kastje mee openen, denk ik.
It seems magic isn't always limited to serious things.
Open spel. Nou, hup.
I don't think that'll work. The spell opens loops, straps, hooks, and eyes, things like that. But I can try. As I suspected, there's another spell to open locks.
Opens loops. En eyes. We kunnen wel tegen hem zeggen, wij zijn hier de baas. Je moet gewoon luisteren.
Hello.
Why have you always got to be in my face?
Headmaster Block has ordered you to give me some of the cleaning supplies.
Right,
So, you're doing it?
of course.
Then give them to me.
Oh, sure.
You're making fun of me, right?
No.
No
Wat
matter what
een
I
man.
do, you're not going to give me anything to use to tidy up, right?
Hoor.
Course I will.
I'm going to get a broom myself. Headmaster Block wants to get rid of the kobolds.
Didn't tell me.
But he did tell me, and I want you to help me.
Want whatever you want.
I know why you don't want to help. You can't. You're neither smart enough nor fast enough to catch the kobold.
I can do anything better than you can,
we gaan hem
that's for
uitdagen.
sure.
Ja.
But I don't have to prove anything to you.
Why you like that?
Like what?
So unfriendly, destructive, and such an arse.
Troll's troll.
Dat is wel waar.
Never mind. I like the kobolds. To be honest, I'm actually even proud of them.
Yeah, I've seen better.
Yeah, however, it would make me really angry if someone scared the kobolds off.
Huh? You talking to me?
Things can't go on like this. Is that all you want? Just to be a right pain in the arse all your life? Someone who just annoys others without ever
Hey,
lifting a
hij
finger?
slaat die kobold dood.
Blah, blah, blah.
Zeg je dat?
Lekker hoor.
What is it?
En we hebben het
Finally
muziekje.
notice your own stupidity?
Ja.
You,
Want to apologise? Ha, loser.
That was a waste.
Free the School of Kobolds. Achievement unlock. Kunnen we hier nog wat openen met de openingsspel? Nee. Dit is niet wat ik wilde indrukken. Waarom heb ik die openingsspel? Wat kan ik openmaken? Ik weet het niet. Ik kan hier ook niks anders mee aanklikken dan die Magic Ball. Waar ik niks mee kan.
Master Marcus,
Die ik ook niet kan gebruiken. Die Firemaker, kan die openen met een spel? Nee. Kan er geld in? Nee. Needle and Thread, denk ik, wat moeten we daarmee? Sew the leaves together.
I could sew the pages into a quire later.
Oh, daar kunnen we dan een boek mee maken door het allemaal aan elkaar te naaien.
Master Marcus's number won't help me anymore. He's probably already on his way to his live role-playing game.
Als we die niet meer nodig hebben, dan kunnen we die misschien in het vuur gooien. En dan blijft toch de vraag, wat moeten we met dat gas?
For opening tabs, knots, loops and the like.
Knots. Waar zit iets geknoopt? Waar zit iets geknoopt?
I shouldn't do that too often. One spot. That was.
Ja, het gas is ook niet individueel aan te klikken.
Nee.
Nee.
The moment I have no question. Archmage Alistair's magic slate. I like it. It looks important.
Vreemd dat we hier niet verder iets lijken te kunnen. De dirty floor, kunnen we daar nog iets mee? Spinnenweb kunnen we ook niet openen.
Wow, this isn't dust and dirt, even though no.
Dat heeft hij ook al eerder gezegd, die troll.
I don't.
Kunnen we niet meer mee praten. Look at the stairs.
I'd love to know what's on the upper floors. A magical building that's been left on its own.
De front door, ja, daar kunnen we verder ook niks mee. Maar we kunnen ook niks meer aanklikken.
Ja.
That's a good start. However, I can't light the wood directly. I mean, it's dry, but not dry enough to burn easily.
Ik gooi een papiertje erin.
Ja.
I could probably lose 1 or 2 sheets from my loose leaf binder.
Lekker. Dan?
Paper, wood. Now
Ja.
the only thing missing is
Dat
fire.
wisten we al.
Ja.
Do you by any chance have a match, Headmaster Block?
You
Goeie vraag.
are a trained mage, Professor.
We moeten
The
een fire spell
spell
leren.
is part of
Ja.
your basic training.
Yes, of course.
Or were there some gaps in your education
Uh.
about which I should be informed?
No, everything is fine. I'll just go get my wand.
Nou, daar gaan we.
I have no idea how to conjure up fire.
Mijn man.
I don't know how to conjure fire. Might have been part of my mage training, but I never learned.
En zullen we
En
toch
nu?
naar die machine moeten.
Ja.
Bij de Firemaker zullen we iets moeten doen.
Ja.
According to the plans, you have to fill the machine with a flammable gas. A complicated mechanism.
Dus ik moet bij dat gas...
Het moet bijna die blaasbalg wel zijn, maar de vraag is hoe. Was er niet ook
I
een
won't go into details now, but
vuurplek
when one
in
pulls
onze
the handles
kamer?
apart, they fill with air. pressing the handles
Dit
together.
is letterlijk wat ik net zei.
Took me a while to figure that out.
Zie je dat nou?
But I've got the hang of it now.
Ja.
We moesten eerst kijken naar de bellows.
Press.
Dat was het is letterlijk wat ik zei. Als je trekt,
Ja,
dan
ja, ja.
zuig je.
Ja.
Dit is heel sus.
Als je trekt, dan zuig. Lekker hoor.
Nou, dan heb je weer wat aan de timestampen.
I'm gonna hold my.
Nou, kom op. Lekker.
Got it.
Lekker hoor.
Ja, toebeltje en de blaasbalg. Een gouden combinatie. Ja, lach maar.
En dat doe ik ook.
Right then. If this gas isn't flammable, then I just don't know. Done! The machine is refueled.
En nu?
Here we go.
Kaars.
Eureka! Who am I talking to?
Eureka.
There's no one here.
Wie zei dat?
Dat weet ik niet meer.
Archimedes. Ja, hoe ga ik dit nou meenemen? Lights on paper.
I'll tear a sheet from the notepad into strips. They should do to get the fire to the fireplace. Let's give it a try. Now, hurry!
Nou, daar gaan we. Hurry.
Done.
Hop.
Did you say something, Professor Weathervane?
I'm just about to summon fire with my magic skills. Oh, fire, come here.
Lekker hoor.
Careful, Professor. Don't burn the whole tower down around you.
Sorry. The result was great, but how did I summon fire when all I did was wave my wand about?
Nou, spul erin.
Well, this should be interesting.
Kijken waar we uitkomen.
The flames have turned green and the fire is suddenly cool. I guess it worked.
En we horen de heldenmuziek.
It's not a normal fire anymore. It's cool and can take me anywhere on the fireplace travel network.
Dus, dan gaan we dan
I guess
enter
I
the
just have
fire.
to think of the symbols that are painted on the plan next to the
Hoezo?
library fireplace.
Ja, owlworm red.
Rat.
Oh, natuurlijk weet hij dat nog. Ja,
Ik heb het opgeschreven.
perfect.
Ik heb het opgeschreven, ik weet het niet.
Ja, dat geloof ik. Dat telt ook als weten. Oh.
Wow! Wherever the missing library is, I'm inside it now.
Voor praatmensen.
Ja, hoor ik ook. En loopmensen.
Loopmensen.
What is it?
What does it want here?
My name is Wilbur Weathervane. Who is speaking?
It's scary.
Ze zijn bang voor ons.
Be here.
Auw.
We worden knock-out
We krijgen
gegooid
een
met
boek
een
tegen
boek.
onze bek. Filmpje?
Die boeken zijn de praters.
What the?
Die boeken
It's
leven.
trying to break loose.
Ja.
It has awakened. What does it want?
Vragen.
Who are you?
We are books, so, Yes, books. That is the word.
And you're alive?
That is none of your business.
Oké.
What happened? I found the library and I heard noises. I guess that was probably you.
The book is more powerful than the thingy. What's it called again?
You know, for writing.
Right.
De pen.
The book is mightier than the thingy.
Zeggen ze, de pen is mightier than the sword.
Sure. Would you mind letting me get up? It's pretty uncomfortable here.
Haha, never.
But at some point you'll have to let me get up.
Is that possible?
What?
that we, sooner or later, have to let him get up?
No idea.
The answer to your question is,
Okay. Okay, I'll just lie here for now.
Exactly. Like,
So, the missing library's your home?
it, isn't missing.
It was here the whole time.
Well, for the rest of us out there, it wasn't there.
Out there?
You know, in the school.
Shoe? You know anything about them?
You wear them on your feet.
So you mean your feet thought the thing here had disappeared?
I'm not being funny, but you seem to be pretty confused to me.
Confused? Ha! We are, we're books. We know everything.
All right then. So come on, tell me. What type of books are you?
Well, me? Well, I'm a big, fee book. And my comrade here is, Thingy.
I am you write
Een
words in
woordenboek.
it and explain them.
Hoor.
Hey, yeah, a written word explanation book.
There's something pretty weird here. How about we try and figure out what's going on here? What do you reckon?
You can't trust it.
We don't know what it is.
It is not a book.
I say we throw it
We
out
worden
the window
gediscrimineerd
so
omdat we
that
geen
its
boek
leaves
zijn.
are
Ja.
scattered to the four winds.
I think you're right. It has its own thoughts, and that is not a good thing. I think.
Well, I think you're getting a little bit carried away with yourselves.
Careful!
It's tearing itself loose.
Slow motion.
It's coming right for us. What a monster.
Look you, I won't hurt you, but something really weird is going on here, and I am not gonna let you throw me out the window.
Make it go away. We don't like it.
We know it not. It scares us.
Nasty hobbit.
Ja, dat dacht ik al. Het was de stem van Gollum. Dus uiteraard naast die Hobbit. We gaan hier ook een checkpoint van maken.
Lijkt me goed.
En dan gaan we mooi in de volgende video kijken wat we in deze geheime bibliotheek kunnen vinden.
Als een enorme beer.
Precies, die een noot in zijn bek heeft, die hoort in ons boek. Dus graag tot de volgende keer.
Joe.
Joejoe.